Hi guys, here it is 8:45 on a Tuesday night, and I'm up here trying to make a carrot cake. I've already got about 3¼ cup of flour in here, self-rising flour. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of baking powder, just plain old cheap baking powder. And because I have self-rising flour in here, I won't use a lot of it. And my carrots, I did grate up some carrots. Carrots, actually whole carrots. I usually grate those up on the cheese grater, but it's so much quicker to grate them up like this. And it's another reason you would actually use the baking powder. Because when you put wet ingredients into a cake, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Fruits and vegetables, you add them into your cake, it'll actually keep the cake from rising like it's supposed to. And this is a cake you don't use any water. Any water or any milk. Crisco oil is what I used to use back in the day. You don't use butter. You can use butter if you want to, but I'm just using some 1 cup of just plain old vegetable oil, whatever type of oil you want to use. Do that. And of course my eggs, and this is for the batter. I'm actually making a 3-layer cake. Oh gosh, don't have any eggs in the house. Anyway, I have to get the eggs. So, meanwhile, we do use sugar. So I'm going to put in about 2 cups of sugar. Sorry about that, girl. 2 cups of sugar. And carrot cakes tend to be real sweet, so if you don't want it to be real sweet, you don't want that much sugar in it, you don't have to have that much sugar in it. Because the icing, once I make the icing is going to make it sweet. And I'm reminding myself of my mom back in the day where, you know, you're ready for bed, but yet you're up in the midst of the night cooking. I just have a taste for a carrot cake. Okay. Is that already popped? I'll be putting vanilla flavoring. Tablespoon of vanilla flavoring. And that was just a tablespoon. I think I want a little bit more in there, so I have to open up the other bottle. 3 eggs are enough. And you can watch your eggs, because sometimes you can actually crack an egg and the egg is not. So it looks like the egg is rotten. Sometimes you can actually buy them that way, so be careful using your eggs. It would be a good idea to maybe crack the egg over a bowl, then pour it in. I'll use 4 eggs in this. Okay, And I like to pour mandarin oranges into my batter. It just gives a flavor. Some people actually use pineapple in their carrot cake. Normally I would strain the juice off, but I'm gonna just go ahead. Like I said, you don't have to use any water. By the time you put all your ingredients in here, you'll see why you don't need water. Okay, I use just a little bit more of vanilla flavoring. I use the tablespoon. And this is a carrot cake from scratch. I hate when I can't open something up. I add just a little bit more. Probably was too much that time. You know, vanilla flavoring, pure vanilla flavoring is very expensive. Any of you that buy it, I'm sure you already know that. And then you can't forget your cinnamon. Cinnamon, I have pumpkin spice. I put just a little bit of pumpkin spice in there. Take my baking powder. So it's already on 7 minutes. So I'm gonna get back to you guys. By the time I put it together, you won't know I even went anywhere, but I'm gonna stop this so the video won't be too long. Okay, so I put in a little pumpkin spice, and I'm just guessing at it. I'm not measuring it. And cinnamon. I already put the vanilla flavoring in there. And the only thing I'm gonna do with this now, I'm just gonna beat it up and put it in the pan, in the baking pan. That is actually all of the ingredients that I need in the batter. So, and in the comments, if you want, you know, me to repeat the, or you can just back the video up once you watch it and get all of the ingredients over again. Okay, so I got the cake ready to put in the cake pan and batter. And put in the cake pan. And the carrots are a little bit more lumpier than what I normally leave them, but you know, they'll soften up a lot when it's cooking. Okay, so I'm about to spray the pan, and I'll be pouring batter in here and cook. I don't know if I'm going to get around to putting the cake together tonight, but either way, you won't even be able to tell when I put the video together. You want to oil your pans really good so it won't stick. Okay, so that should be enough for 3 layers. I'm about to put them in. I'll show them to you once I get them out of the oven. see? That is your carrot cake batter. Okay, guys. Now I'm mixing the icing. The icing consists of Philadelphia cream cheese, 1/16 ounce, and a stick of butter. And it's softened. You need to make sure it's softened so you can mix it together. You see what that looks like? And then the only other ingredient in the icing is actually this powdered sugar. White powdered sugar. Then of course you put your nuts in it when I get ready. You could put to actually sprinkle the nuts after you put the icing on the cake. Cake is still in the oven. Once I take that out, it's gonna have to cool off. I'll just show you what that looks like after it cools off when I put the icing on it. May not do it right away, but this actually helps cream up the icing. The ice cream, you're just simply gonna do it. You can do it with the egg beater. I've already washed that and put it up, so I won't be using that. You see how that looks? And that's powdered sugar. And I just do it until I feel like it's right. You know, you get used to looking at it, you know what to use. That butter and that cream cheese just melts in there together. And I'll pour a little, maybe a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring in this once it's all done. See, the more I stir it, it just absorbs that sugar. It absorbs it right up because it's nice and soft. I actually had it sitting on the oven where it softened up really quickly. Okay. See that? And that's what the icing looks like. And that's pretty much it. And I'll probably put just a little bit more in there, but that cream cheese and sugar and butter just eats it right up. Okay, I'm putting the cake together. That's the first layer, as you see, first layer. And here's the icing. I've got the nuts mixed into the icing. Now I'm just gonna do one layer right now. Had the pan sprayed really well so it didn't tear up at all getting it out of the pan, as you can see. See that? See that? There's the first layer. Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no bag to put the turkey in.
I do. See there, guys? This is 2 layers. You see it's already tall, and it's just 2 layers. So my cover may not fit, but I've got one more layer to put on here. Okay, so I'm done with the cake. You see it? Look delicious, doesn't it? It is done. So there you have it. A 3-layer homemade carrot cake.